Okay, reaching the place of temptation in fasting. Christ was tempted. He went out in the desert and he fasted 40 days. He was tempted of the devil. And this is where all the temptations come from. Men, the devil stirs up men that he controls, stirs up people that he controls, bring anger against you. I apparently have reached that place. Okay, everybody around me griping at me right now, almost.
And if you quit lying to your wife, you wouldn't get griped at.
See what I'm talking about?
Nope.
Anyways.
Don't go there.
Anyways.
Don't even.
This is a good thing, because you know for certain that you have retched the throne of God. Okay. You know for certain that you have made the devil mad, and you know for certain that you have gained power in the spirit world. And I'm going to tell you how I know all three of those things are true. Because as a biblical example in the Bible, when Jesus went out and fasted, the Bible said afterward he was a-hungered. And the devil don't ever come to you in your strongest time. He comes to you in your weakest times. And he tempts you, and he, even that, when he's coming at you in your weakest time, just like he's getting ready to come at Israel in their weakest time. Ezekiel 38:39 is about the devil coming at Israel in their weakest time. Isaiah 17 is going to take them down to a place of being extremely weak, and they're going to be weak in spirit, they're going to be weak in physical. In their physical bodies, they're going to be weak in as far as ammunition and physical equipment to fight the enemy with. The devil don't come at you when you're strong. He comes at you when you're weak. He comes at you when you're sick. He comes at you when you're down. He comes at you when you're mentally disturbed. And he tries to tear you down to a place, a point of saying that I'm done with this, I quit. Okay, he doesn't overcome you. What he does is he tries to get you to stop. He tries to get you to quit. He tries to get you to turn away from honoring God in what he has called you to do. That's his strategy. That's what he does. So he came at Jesus and he said, turn these rocks into bread. He says, for whatever reason, because the Lord is able to raise up children unto Abraham from the rocks. But he told Jesus, he said, turn these rocks into bread, and the Lord wouldn't do it. So he tempted him physically. Okay? Now he tempted him religiously. He took him up on the pinnacle of the temple, said, throw thyself down because the angels will bear thee up. It is written. Quoted the word of God to him. It's written. Okay, so, and the Lord said, don't tempt the Lord thy God. So he was tempted religiously. And he tempted him in a spiritual manner just as well. He tempted him in all of those things so that he could see that whatever point that was needless. And when the devil comes at you and sees that those points are needless, therefore you have gained power in the Lord. If it does not deter you from what you are doing, if it does not cause you to stop, slow down, if it doesn't cause you to quit, then the devil has lost the battle and you've won. So, and the Bible said that when Jesus, after the devil had left him, the Bible said that Jesus, his fame went out across the land. Meaning that, and God does it, I imagine that those people that hated Jesus was the very ones that carried his fame across the land. Did you hear what this guy said? Oh, what was it? Did you hear what he did? All those things that Christ had done before, all of a sudden, the devil stirred him up. And when the devil starts stirring things up, those godly things that God's using you in, See, the bad news is what travels fast. The negative part of God travels across the land quickly. And people begin to look at it. Well, let's look. Let's go see what he did say, you know. Let's go see what he did do. Jesus, he on the Sabbath, he healed this leper. He healed this crippled man. He went right over there by that pool where all the crippled folks are on the Sabbath day. And he healed that man. What a disgrace. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, people not really knowing about the tradition of the religion of men said he healed him. He healed him? They got it. See, religion don't get it. But a softened heart from the Lord will get a hold of that thing, you know. And see, the devil don't understand compassion. He is totally void in the area of passion. He has none. You know, when he left heaven, when he started getting rid of the things of the godly things in his life, the area of compassion slipped right out away from him. He still has none today. He has no godly trait in the area of compassion. See, the devil will destroy something, meaning for it to be bad. But when God, in the Old Testament, when he destroyed something, he meant it for it to be good. He meant it to stir up love. And he worked around that area of love. When he destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, he did it because this was a cancer that was destroying America. That was destroying, I started to say America, but America wasn't. It was a cancer that was destroying what God had created. Same reason he destroyed the earth the first time. The Bible said that the thoughts of men's mind, I mean, every man on the face of this planet, if there had been another man, he would have been on the boat with Noah. But every man's mind was on evil continually. And the Lord looked down and he said, I'm not sending my son in that kind of a mess. He says, I've got to do something, or I won't be able to send my son in 2 million years. You know what I'm saying? He will never be able to send his son in like that. So he had to do it. So he had to redo because of the will of man had gotten so bad. And then when he started the thing up again, he set down the 10 Commandments and give them a measure to go by. He just wasn't just waiting for men to reach out and get a hold of something good, but he gave them a measure to go by, which was the 10 Commandments, which they, you know, men already had that in their heart, but he put it on paper so they could see, you know. And you know, it's always best, you know, I comprehend that I'm on a huge island here that's 3,000 miles across. But if I want to go to Michigan, I may have to go to Florida, California, New York, Washington, Oregon. Yeah, I may end up a whole lot of other places before I actually get to Michigan from where I am. So, the Lord simply sent a roadmap. A lot of people there was even a song, using my Bible for a roadmap. 10 Commandments tell me what to do. Now that's a true statement, because it directs us in the path that we need to go. And it's a path that we know that's there, but it's much easier to follow when you have a guide that shows you in the direction that we need to go. And that's what happens when you reach this plateau in God, where God has lifted you up, and it stirs those things. And don't be afraid, or don't be discouraged. Listen, Christians, we have to be encouraged about doing this thing, about reaching out for God. When the devil fights back, know that your future is secure, because God has set you in a place that will cause you to be recognized of men. Okay, that's what it does. It doesn't just you gain power in the spirit world, but you're not just gaining power in the spirit and you only got power to do that. No, you're gaining fame among men, like Christ said, or the Bible said about Christ. See, when Jesus walked down to the maniac of Gadara, the Bible said he looked afar off. The demons saw him and called him by name. Now, there's a good chance this man had never seen Jesus before in all his life, but the demons knew exactly who he was. So you gain fame among men, and this is what fasting and praying does. And when you reach that place, you know you gain power. Now you know I've been doing this for a couple of weeks, and I wanted you to know that, but I also want you to know that I'm not done. I'm taking a week off, and then after this week I'm going to go into a deeper, longer, more intense time of prayer and fasting. Okay? Alrighty, God bless, and I'll let you know as things go. I'll let you know. God bless. We'll see you again later. Another great message right here, Crossing the Middle Ministry.